Now comes how AI works actually. The scene, the behind, how it is working. So suppose you given a prompt, okay? What is the prompt is nothing but your instruction. What is the capital of France? You ask a question. So what it will do, it will break into that entire prompt will be broken into tokens. Okay. So what will be one token maybe is will be another token, the will be another token, capital will be another token, of will be another token, or France will be another token. I'm not just telling that every word will be one token. It may change. Okay, we're not going into that. Maybe what and is one token. Possible. Okay. Maybe the and capital put together is one token. That is also possible. But it will break into tokens. Okay. So now this token, it is English language, right? It cannot be understandable by computer. So what it does, it converts into numbers. Okay. Maybe what converts into number of maybe 0.1. Just give me an example. Is converted into a number of 0.2. Okay. So those numbers are associated. Those numbers are embedded with this word. So 0.1 means I know what. France, maybe number is 0.3. Okay. So whenever in this example, whenever I talk about 0.3, computer automatically understand he is talking about France. So that number goes associated with this token called embedding. It embeds certain numbers to each and every token. Okay. So those tokens will pass through the neural network. Okay, I'm not going deep into that neural network. So those tokens pass through the neural network and it actually evaluates which path I should go. Suppose a train. Suppose this what is the capital of France? Each and every think like a train and each and every word is a bogie, train bogie. Now the train is running. Okay. So you know that there are junctions, right? Lot of train lines are meeting with each other. So now the driver knows where I need to drive the train, right? So the driver is nothing but the LLM, the brain of the train. It drives with the help of that embedding. Okay. And that neural network path is there. I need to from this point to that point I have to go, from that point to other point I have to go. That helps through the neural network. Okay. Now we have something called transformer, a very beautiful architecture. So today's Gen AI is developed based on transformer. Okay. So transformer is nothing but it can actually. So I have already broken the my entire prompt into different tokens, right? And now I have embedded some numbers into that token. Okay. So now transformer job is to understand not only the single word, it understand the entire sentence that what this person is actually trying to tell. Okay. So when it understands each and every sentence and it tries to actually find out the relationship between each and every word. So when it tries to find out the relationship between each and every word, it automatically understands that capital and France, these two words are the most important in this entire sentence. So it gives to the LLM, large language model, and large language model now is I'll call like a Gyani, the most all the knowledge he has because he has learned from a lot of books. Okay, he learned from a lot of books, a lot of historical data, a lot of Wikipedia, these that from all the resources it has learned, and he has the most gyan. So transformer give it to LLM that just find out the different that the relationship between this capital and France, and then LLM will go back to his historical data and he will understand that this person is actually asking for the capital of France, and it brings lot of capitals. It may bring Delhi also as a capital of France. It may bring New York also. Maybe I'm just giving an example. Okay. Now, what does it do? It actually evaluates some probability. Okay, that which is the what is the highest probability of this question? I mean, this question's answer. What is the highest probability? Is it Delhi? So they will check what is the probability of Delhi. No, this is maybe zero point 0.2. Then it will check what is the probability of Paris, maybe zero point 0.9. Okay. So what is the highest probability? It will give you as a result. So the capital of France is Paris. That so everybody works together actually. The transformer, the tokens, the embedding. First it breaks into token, then embedding goes into the token, then neural network helps to find the right path, then transformer work as a it look at the word completely or the sentence completely, then it gives to the large language model LLM, and LLM has the lot of knowledge. It find out the probability of the answers. Okay. And it gives back that what is the highest probability. So okay, fine, this is the highest probability, so I should go with that. Okay. This is how the entire generative work generative AI works. It basically try to find out the next word, and that is why it works based on the text. It doesn't work based in the mathematical calculation. Sometimes ChatGPT, Claude do big mistakes in simple mathematics. Why? Because these models are trained on lot of text. Now they have improved. Yes, they have lot of improvement has happened. Every single day there are improvements. But that is why human intelligence is required. Whenever AI is giving you something, you have to verify that answer. You cannot blindly take it, especially when you are working in a company. Okay, company has lot of rules and regulations made in AI. Ethics, lot of ethics has been developed in AI using AI basically. So how AI is changing the data analytics actually. So as I told you earlier, we had to write a lot of SQL queries, Excel by hand. Correct. We used to find out every single function. Like suppose sum if I have to find out in Google, I have to find out because nobody can remember the syntax. Okay. So I have to find out the sum if and then maybe some example, good example. Then I have to relate whether this example is the right example for my situation. Should I use sum if? Or should I use sum ifs? Should I use count if? Or should I use count ifs? So a lot of, lot of time consuming it was. But now you throw the entire data and ask what will be the right kind of functions I should use in this Excel sheet. It will tell you within fraction of second. So your time has saved, correct? You can draft entire report from a blank page. It was there. I mean, we had to literally spend some lot of hours to develop a PPT or presentation. But now it is very easy. It is, I mean, 10-15 minutes we can develop a PPT. Okay. And all these things are happening with your English language. If you know English, if you can talk to the AI, you can get your job done. Correct? It can generate codes also. It can debug the code. It can develop your entire application. You need not to know any single line of code. There's something called vibe coding. I think everybody heard about it, right? Vibe coding is nothing but you just talk to the AI, AI will generate the code. So till now, any confusion, any doubt why you are using AI rather Gen AI or data analytics?
No, sir, no doubt.
So we can go move ahead. So why should we use actually analysis for Gen AI? I mean, with using Gen AI. So suppose imagine your manager told in the Monday morning that our sales have declined by 15% in the South region over the last quarter. I need a detailed analysis supporting charts and an executive summary by 4 p.m. today. So 10 o'clock in the morning, suppose you got it, and 4 o'clock you have to report, right? 6 hours you have. What you will do? You have the data. But to develop charts and graph and that, you need to know, I mean, whether you are developing the right kind of chart, what is that he wants, probably. That will take a lot of time. But now you just write some maybe query by taking help from AI and write the queries, pull the data, do the analysis, put it into Excel and or Power BI, ask for some kind of summarized executive level reporting. It will develop and give you maybe max 1 hour or 1.5 hours. Your entire data analysis is ready with your storytelling, with your story, your insight. You need not to think or you need not to look at the chart very deeply to understand what is this chart or bar graph maybe or your line chart is talking about. You need not to think. Automatically AI gives you all these things. But what you can do, what is your job role then? If you can tell me that, sir, AI is doing everything, what is my job role? Your job role is to validate it, verify whether that Gen AI or the tool you are using, maybe Claude or ChatGPT or anything, any other, maybe Copilot, Microsoft Copilot, heavily used in the industry. So you are using all these things, and but you need to verify, you need to understand whether it is giving you the right kind of data or the numbers. Numbers are very important. You cannot uh, give anything garbage. That you need to validate. You need to spend time on validation, verification, and ask AI whether it has done the all the work from the right sources. You have every right to ask. Don't restrict yourself from on the first answer it gives. You should not. You can question them, you can challenge them. I'll give you a trick. If you are using Claude, take the answer of the Claude, download it, paste it in, because AI loves CSV file. Okay, AI loves CSV file, or AI loves Word document you prepare and copy paste it, the answer of the Claude. Whatever Claude has given, that answer you copy paste and put it in a Word document and upload it in ChatGPT and tell that Claude is telling this, challenge this, and give me the find out the loopholes, find out the gaps, and give me the correct way of representing it. It will give you. Again, take that and go to the Claude. And if you tell Claude that you have given, I have given to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is giving me this answer. How come your answer was this and ChatGPT's answer is this? Verify this and give me the right kind of representation. So it will, the more you question, the more you validate, it will refine because it learns from data. If you take the answer first time, whatever it gets given, and you blindly copy pasted and given it to your manager, something your manager find out, you will be blast. Right. So you should not actually do that. You should always challenge them. Challenge. I mean, tell them that rethink your proposal, rethink your representation. Challenge yourself and give me the right kind of result. Okay. So that is your job. So it's just a representation of pictorial representation how a data analysis can use AI for which was actually earlier 3 to 5 days of job. Now you can do it in some hours. Okay. So rapid development is happened in this AI with the help of that. Now comes to a lot of tools. So these are the most popular. There are hell lot of tools. I mean, lot of tools are there. So, but in the background, the LLM works. So ChatGPT developed by OpenAI, best for general purpose. For your personal thing also, this is the best. Strong coding and built-in data analysis. Claude developed by Anthropic, as we know. Carefully reasoning. When you actually develop some large document, a big document you want to develop, PPT style or maybe a PDF style, you use Claude. Claude is the best. Gemini for developed with Google, deep ties to sheets and documents, strong multimodal task. Multimodal means different kind of operational modal tone it can use actually. Okay, good for your image generation also. Gemini. Now Microsoft Copilot, which you use regularly. Everybody, people who are in working in office and generally industry work with Microsoft. I have not seen any industry who is not working in Microsoft Office. And Microsoft Office has developed a lot. It has transformed into Microsoft 365. Under one umbrella, all the tools are available. You talk about Power BI, you talk about Excel, you talk about Word, you talk about Power Automate, you talk about Fabric, you talk about Copilot, Teams, Outlook. Okay? So different tools are there we are using every day in our office and everybody is using. And it can sync the best thing think about Microsoft is it can sync with each and every tool or application can sync with any other because it is developed by Microsoft. So all are under one umbrella. Easily it can sync with Word and Excel and Power BI, any other tool. So that is the biggest advantage of using Microsoft. Then comes to Perplexity, developed by Indian, everybody knows Perplexity AI. It is best for research actually. Okay, if you are doing some kind of research, you can use. So this is not the exhaustive list. This is definitely not. There are a lot of tools are there, but this is just the best used or maybe the best popular tool nowadays. Then we have so the best practices in AI. What is the best practice in AI? It has to be. See, everybody in the tomorrow maybe we will discuss about. We'll start with prompt engineering or prompt how to do use prompt. So there are some golden rules. The more context you give, not just a question. Earlier we used to do question in Google, right? What is this? What is that? Google will give you lot of 10 websites for that or 10 answers for that. Correct? But your GenAI is not like that. You have to use it in different way. You have to give context that this is my purpose. This is what I want to do. You be like this and prepare this. I want is in this way. These are the 4 5 things you have to remember. And the more you give the example, the more better result will come out. Okay. Be specific about your output format. You need to know what is that you want. Okay. If you give some vague input, it will give you vague output. If you ask, sometime I don't know if you have seen this. Whatever you tell to this AI or GenAI tool, it actually it never says no. If you tell sun rises from the west, it will say, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Sun rises from the west. I have seen. You try this kind of example, it will never say no. Why? It is always pleasing you actually. It is actually buttering you. Correct. There are some people in the industry or company or in your office, maybe those always butter the boss, right? Butter the leadership management team to get promotion. So it's like that. It never says, no, no, you're wrong. But when you try to push it, no, it cannot. I made a mistake. Sun cannot rise from the west. It always rises from the east. Then reject and tell. Yeah, you are right. So if you give some vague input, it will give you vague output. And treat the first answer, as I said, as a draft. Draft in the sense, just a starting point. Okay, it cannot be the final. It should not be the final. It should be always the starting point. The first answer. Then you try to do all the kind of juggling with it, play around with it. This is not correct, that is not correct, change this, change that. It will give you the correct, it will bring out, it will give you the best output, I'm telling you. And break always the bigger thing into small, like a project manager. Project manager job is to break the bigger thing into small chunk. Okay? Never paste confidential or customer data into public tool without approval. This comes under AI ethics, the policy. Okay. Never upload confidential information. Never share a password. Do not trust blindly, as you may know the latest information. That is also should not trust. AI is not always updated. Okay, you ask ChatGPT. You have given me this answer. This is based on what kind of data? I mean, when was the last you got the update? It will give you the date and time, and you verify whether that was the latest or that is not the latest. You should verify. So something called limitations and hallucination. Okay. AI has a lot of hallucination. Okay. Hallucination in the sense it hallucinate. Sometimes we take some medicine and we get dizziness, right? So AI also like that. It gets that dizziness. It do not know. And it will confidently tell you the incorrect answer. Confident, with 100% confidence, it will tell, no, this is not kind of thing. I mean, this is not correct, but it will tell you, no, no, this is the thing. You should not trust in that way. That is why you should always verify. You should verify the source. You should cross check the answer. As I said, that you can go back to another tool and ask. So, all these things you have to do because you have that human intelligence. You are not AI. And why AI hallucinate? Because it has been trained on the incorrect data. Simple. If it has been trained on the incorrect data, it will give you incorrect answer. Maybe it is not updated. Maybe it was updated 15 days back. It will give you the answer based on that 15 days back data. Got it? So hallucination is the one of the important term in AI. Still, a lot of research is happening in hallucination to remove that to reduce that. It cannot be reduced. That they are trying to do that with the kind of something called RAG, retrieval augmented generation, generative, wherein you are trying to give a lot of documents, ready-made documents to AI to learn from immediately and tell the correct answer. But hallucination is still there. People are working on that.